Her friends joined in, and they all laughed at the pregnant woman. They made fun of her, and Ngozi even made a vow to herself that she would never let herself look like that when she was pregnant. Little did Ngozi know, the pregnant woman had heard her and her friend's cruel words. In a small village in Africa, there lived a teenage girl named Ngozi. She was the youngest of three siblings and was known for her beauty and confident attitude. Ngozi was always surrounded by friends, and she loved being the center of attention. One day, as Ngozi was walking through the village market with her friends, she saw a pregnant woman walking towards them. The woman was visibly tired and her clothes were old and tattered. Ngozi couldn't help but laugh at her appearance. She thought the pregnant woman looked ugly and unkempt. Her friends joined in, and they all laughed at the pregnant woman. They made fun of her, and Ngozi even made a vow to herself that she would never let herself look like that when she was pregnant. Little did Ngozi know, the pregnant woman had heard her and her friend's cruel words. The pregnant woman was heartbroken and in tears. She went home and lay down on her bed. She couldn't understand why people were so quick to judge and mock her just because she was pregnant and didn't have the best clothes. In her pain and anger, she cursed Ngozi, saying that she would never experience the joy of motherhood. Years went by, and Ngozi grew up to be a beautiful young woman. She got married to the new king of the land and became the queen. However, despite her beauty and wealth, she couldn't have children. For 4 years, she and the king tried everything they could to have a child, but nothing seemed to work. The king needed an heir, and the people were starting to call her the barren queen. One night the king called her into his chambers and told her that if she couldn't have a child before his next consecration ceremony, he would be forced to take another wife. Ngozi was devastated. She loved the king and didn't want to lose him or her place as queen, but she couldn't give him a child. She cried bitterly, and in desperation, she turned to her mother for help. Her mother consulted a powerful village priest, and to their surprise, he told them about the event many years ago between Ngozi and the pregnant woman. He said that the curse might be the reason for Ngozi's infertility. The priest advised Ngozi to find the woman and apologize for her actions. He said that only then would the curse be lifted and she would be able to have children. Ngozi was hesitant at first, but she was desperate for a solution. She and her mother set out to find the woman, but it wasn't an easy task. After many attempts, they finally found the woman in a neighboring village. Ngozi was nervous and ashamed as she approached the woman. She apologized for her past behavior and asked for forgiveness. The woman, who was now elderly, was surprised, but she could see the sincerity in Ngozi's eyes. She forgave her and even offered her some words of wisdom about motherhood. The woman then took some native chalk and water and used it to clean her mouth, as well as Ngozi's mouth. She said that it symbolized the cleansing of their past words and actions. Ngozi felt a sense of relief and hope wash over her. To everyone's surprise, 6 months later, Ngozi found out that she was pregnant. The king was overjoyed and the whole village celebrated. Ngozi's mother went back to the woman, thanked her for her help and forgiveness. She gave her some presents from Ngozi. As Ngozi's pregnancy progressed, she could feel a change within herself. She became more humble and kind towards others. She also started to understand the struggles of being a mother and the importance of not judging others. The villagers noticed this change in Ngozi, and they were happy to see her become a better person. Exactly on the day of the king's consecration ceremony, Ngozi gave birth to a healthy baby boy. The whole village rejoiced and the king was filled with pride and happiness. Ngozi named her son after his father. From that day on, Ngozi became a doting mother and a beloved queen. She raised her son with love and kindness, and he grew up to be a wise and compassionate leader. The curse that was once placed on Ngozi was lifted, and she was able to experience the joy of motherhood. She learned a valuable lesson about the power of words and the importance of treating others with kindness and respect. The village also learned from this event, and they never judged anyone based on their appearance again. Ngozi's story became a legend and was passed down for generations, reminding people to never underestimate the power of their words and actions. In the end, Ngozi and the pregnant woman formed a close bond and became good friends. Ngozi always visited her from time to time, until she passed on years after,